Boom, 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 boom. Roundup. Greetings, Roundup family. Good morning. Good night. Good night. How you guys doing? How are you tonight? I got some stuff for you. Roundup. What's going down? Haskins, Haskell. It's your boy, your local internet real estate entrepreneur. So many teaching moments to share with you, Roundup. So crazy. I had a closing last week and one of the buyer's family members gets murdered. So now I wasn't able to close to get my money. I'm here to tell you, if you think real estate is going to be just this smooth business where you're just buying and selling and people just getting big old checks and stuff, just deals coming together real smooth and people show up at closings and all the closings happen at the right time and the realtors and the lenders and the buyers do what they say they're going to do, even if everybody does what they say they're going to do. This is my mentor used to say, Chris, this is a people business. This is a people business. So I'm going to closing last Thursday, right? I'm about to get my money. $60,000. Get a call, dude said, man, one of the buyer's family members gets murdered the day before. So what do you do? What do you do? You can't get mad at these people. I mean, I'm like, God bless you. I see y'all next week. I mean, I got to have a heart. You must have a heart when it comes to this business, because everybody needs help sometime or another. I've learned that, Roundup. Everybody needs help. So here I am next week. I guess I'll talk to them later in the week. I'm not even going to press them, but I mean, death is just young kids getting killed. Just sad. So anyway, that just popped up in my head. I wanted to share that with you. Missy's in a bed. Stupid dog. Everybody's fighting over Missy. So I wanted to go live earlier, but I had to delineate to see who Missy would sleep with tonight. It has to alternate Missy. Anyway, y'all got me talking about the dog. I wanted to talk to you very briefly tonight, Roundup. I love you. I love you. I want to see you succeed. I want to tell you about these two things. I'm passionate about real estate and about entrepreneurship. As I'm reading, I'm going to do a whole video on this. I'm reading the headline here. Airbnb listings not permitted in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia, that is. Airbnb listings not permitted. I'm going to read it. I'm going to do a pre-recorded video, but I'm going to read it to you. Chesapeake. In light of the recent promotions related to the Something in the Water music festival in Virginia Beach. Roundup, if you don't know what Something in the Water is, Pharrell Williams last year started to do a huge concert right on the waterfront in Virginia Beach, right on the water. Apparently, the powers that be. Here's the thing: when the man starts to see that other people are making money on his market, they change the rules. They change the rules, Roundup. So now all the hotel owners have gotten together, lobbied against the politicians and the city council. We're making money on Airbnbs, doing well, trying to support our families. Hotels don't like it. Which is going to lead me to my next topic we're going to talk about just very briefly. I didn't want to preach to you tonight. I just had a short keynote. Roundup. Technology. It is going to steamroll over some people. I mean, matter of fact, it is steamrolling over people. I'm watching it, but let me get back to this Airbnb. In light of the recent promotions of the Something in the Water Festival, the city of Chesapeake reminds its residents and visitors that Airbnb listings are not a permitted use in the residential districts of the city. Basically, you can stay in Airbnb if it's a hotel. Residential. This restriction applies throughout the year. Unbelievable. The reason that this was brought to light, there's a certain segment of our population, when another segment of our population starts to make money and starts to benefit. Oh, no, you can't do that. I'm like, even for me, it's amazing to me how a certain segment of of the community thinks that they have a right to have certain things, and others don't have that right. I mean, what gives them this mentality? I'm an entrepreneur. If I figure out a way how to work this system or to work this market, it's free market. Why in the hell can I have it too? I'm like, and then they're like, no, no, you can't. We can do that, but you can't do that. You can't. I had such a hard time when I was the vice president of one of our local RIAs. I mean, really, really bothered me. I mean, when I saw what was being done behind these closed doors, and I'm trying to change the demographic of our local RIA. They didn't like it. Man, they did not like it. Good God, I'm so passionate about other people obtaining wealth. I'm like people that look like me and people that think like me. I mean, just because you're from a certain background and a certain socioeconomic, if you will, environment, doesn't mean you can't. Anyway, so round up technology. Airbnb's not being, and I'll get to some Q&A if you want to put some questions over there. Might as well do some quick Q&A too. Airbnb being banned in Chesapeake, that's what they call it around here. Chesapeake, Virginia. Can you believe it, y'all? How you gonna ban progress just because the hotel owners got together, lobbied? Now you can't even have it. It's just here's what I'm scared of. You know how one state passes something, kind of bleeds into the next state. We go from Virginia to Maryland to North Carolina, down to South Carolina to Georgia. Then we're going to go over to Kentucky, Tennessee. I'm so nervous that Chesapeake's going to come over to my town, which is in Hampton. And then we got Hampton going to Norfolk. And then what happened to me yesterday, I had another investor call me, was looking for some owner finance properties that they wanted for themselves, right? I'm like, dude, why you got several houses in Chesapeake? Why you need to get something in Hampton and Newport? She tells me, Chris, they banned Airbnb in Chesapeake. So now she's got to liquidate her stuff. It just blows my mind how they change the game when certain people start to get a small level of success. And the level of success, I'm going to say this one thing, then I'm going to move to my next topic. It will be challenging for me to create the amount of success that these people have had over generations. Even if I were to have $20 million, and I don't have that type of money yet. I'm doing very well, but I don't have that. It will be very challenging for me to make. It's hard to turn, let me tell you what's easy. Turning 10, 20, 30, 40 into 100. Turning 100 into 2, 3, 4, 500. Let me tell you what's harder. Turning 1 million into 2. Let me tell you what's even harder than that. Turning 10 million into 20 million. This stuff is infinitely harder. And people that control the wealth, they have had generations to learn this. They have had family members teach this stuff to them. And I'm starting off from below sea level trying to do this. And then we get a little measurable level of success, and then they change the rules because they want the hotel owners to have the prosperity, So I'm saying that to say, guys, just watch out. Watch out here, man. It's real trying to be an entrepreneur. It's not fair. They're going to shut the door in your face. They'll change the rules on you. They'll tax you to death. Make sure that you're paying taxes. I'm paying city tax, state tax, federal taxes. What's the other one? Real estate taxes. I mean, they're taxing me to death. All right. And I'm not mad at this, guys. I'm just passionate. I'm just passionate about trying to figure out how do we maneuver this system and this game, because it is a game. The more you play it, the better you get to success, right? And I'm going to tell you this, and not a lot of real estate gurus are going to tell you this, Roundup, but I promise you, internet money dwarfs real estate. I'm sorry. It dwarfs. Internet money dwarfs real estate money. I mean, you can make an infinite amount of money on the internet as opposed to real estate. Let me paint a picture for you. You own a house, you own it free and clear. The rent is what it is. Let's say it's $1,000 a month. That's what it's going to be. for the next year or two, whatever. You may be able to go up $50 here and there, even if it's $2,000 a month. I don't care. I don't care what your rent is. It is what it's going to be. With the internet, the sky is the limit. You have access to 300 million people. You have access to 300 million people, as we almost hit 4.5 million views, right? Round uppers, I'm just begging you to kind of just look at your future. Look at your future. The internet, real estate can't hold a light to the internet. I'm sharing this with you because, number one, I love you. And a lot of these real estate gurus, which teach me, they don't even talk about it. They talk about it behind closed doors when you pay them. But when I'm dealing with these dudes, they're like, man, let's talk about the internet. So we are amazed, real estate guys. We are amazed at the internet because we're used to putting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 500,000 to make, let's say 50, 60,000, whatever money we're putting up, right? With the internet, you put up a website, drive traffic to it, and you can kind of convert and build all these funnels and stuff. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to have success, and I'm not going to be here forever. My days are numbered. My days are so numbered. As I'm putting my daughters to sleep, I'm like, God, I hope the videos that I have made, that they'll be able to go hit a button and watch Papa Chris preach this stuff. And don't forget, Roundup. We're thinking about naming the baby Princeton or Mason. We kind of narrowed it down. So we got Baby Haskins will be here April 28th. And we got our baby registry, Walmart, Target, and Amazon. Last thing I want to share with you, Rounduppers. Machines and technology, it is here. If you are not studying this stuff, if you're not trying to get ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, or at least recognizing that if your income is not where you think it should be, might it be that you need to raise your skills? Might it be that you need to say, you know what, maybe I should change. I'm thinking about Kobe, as he was a master at basketball. He was also a master at getting into media. I'm like, how in the heck do you go from sports to media? So the dude, as I'm learning, success is a habit. Success is a habit. Earl Nightingale says success or failure is a habit, and it is determined by what you do in your past time. You can always tell when I meet people, I'm like, what are you reading? What are you reading? I want to know what you're reading. I met a guy today, a new media video guy. What are you reading? So he gave me the name of a book. I'm like, okay. I'm always love new books. I can always tell, boil it down to the books. I remember Max Keller told me, Chris, if there's a problem in my life, I always can attribute it to not having enough books on the topic that I'm losing in. So he goes and gets the books to kind of get himself educated. So I'm begging you, Rounduppers. Oh my Lord, if I could tell you, let's go over these numbers real quick. I looked at a website as I think about the cotton gin revolutionized the cotton industry, right? And let's not even talk about all the plantation owners that made millions of dollars back then, how that money has just transcended over time to their generations, and we didn't get nothing, So that kind of makes one think how our lives could have been differently if we would have owned something. Ownership, guys. What has revolution? I was looking here. The switchboard operator gone, right? Their jobs up in smoke. Like Uber has just decimated the taxi industry. I mean, I can literally pick my phone up and go places. Now it's more prevalent. We can see it. The cotton gin, and you think about the 8-track, man, check it out. The 8-track. I never experienced an 8-track, but I remember seeing them in my grandfather's corner, right? The 8-track. Then we went to the cassette tape. Then we went to the CD/DVD. Now we're at streaming. You can't even buy a CD anymore. Can you imagine people that were bootlegging CDs, having all these thousands of CDs? Technology took them out, right? Took them out. No, there are no more breaking an artist on a mixtape. I mean, mixtape. What is a mixtape, right? We don't even have mixtapes anymore. I'm saying this, say technology, y'all. It's nothing wrong. For me, let me share with you. For me, I thought I was going to be a real estate guy to the death, to the end. Then I learned as I studied for 8 long years how this internet thing worked. And I'm like, you know what? Finally, July 2017, finally figured it out. Took me 40 years to figure this thing out. And it's okay to reinvent yourself. As I learned Steve Harvey, look at Kobe, the man was basketball, reinvented himself going into media. It's just so honorable. And it's not, I mean, nobody's going to judge you if one thing is not working. You can always try something different, right? Or try new things. Add on. For me, adding on social media to my real estate business was just a baby step. But that baby step, look what it's turned into as we cross 51,000 subscribers on one channel. I mean, we're helping millions of people get into real estate. Switchboard operator. You know, there used to be a person in the elevator that would take you up and down. That's one thing. Now they just hit the button, right? There used to be film for my millennials. Do you know there used to be a camera with film in it? You had to take the film out, take it to the store. How many jobs have been just destroyed over film processing, right? We wouldn't do that. So I just would like to actually encourage you. Number one, stress to you, push you a little bit. Machines, technology, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it's coming. And I want to just imagine. I love to tell people, let's explore some possibilities. Let's explore some possibilities of what would be the possibility of me putting my house on the internet, on an auction website, and then all the buyers around the country see that and bidding on it with Bitcoin, where they're buying the house right now. This is not out of the realm of possibility. I think for me, I'm like, why can't we just buy houses? Okay, next bid 88.5. I want to bid 88.6, 88.7, 88.9. I want to bid on the house right here on my phone. And then I want to transfer the money like that. Why do I have to wait for a closing or someone to notarize? You should be able to do a notary, take a picture, face recognition, right? Notarize the document, the deed, and it's over. Forward thinking, Roundup. Not saying that I got it. Not saying that I got it all down. Even real estate investors, we are not exempt to technology and AI, right? I think it's coming. It's coming for everybody's jobs, especially if you have a manual job. All right. So just keep that in mind, my Rounduppers. And from a Roundup family that has money, make sure you're investing it every day. If you got some capital, you should be thinking, this is what my mentor, oh my goodness, Lonnie Squirrels used to say, Chris, if you got some money, pay attention here. Your money needs to go out of the door and come home with some friends. Let me repeat that. If you have capital, you better learn how to put your capital out into the marketplace. Let it go out there and get some friends, get sticky, get some friends, come home with some friends, my money, my dollars. So if you don't know that skill yet, just team up, link up with some entrepreneurs like myself. Doesn't have to be me, but just team up with guys that know, that are, as Napoleon Hill says, wise in the handling. No, not Napoleon. Who said that? George Clason in The Richest Man in Babylon. Why not deal with men that are wise in the handling of large amounts of money? Make a big decision. Stop making these little small $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $2,000. Make a $10,000 decision. Look, write a check for something big. If you screw it up, you can always make that money back, depending on how old you are, right? But still, God willing, you can make that money back, right? So for me, I remember now when I get it in, like today, I made extra payments on my loans. I make $1,000 extra payment on my loans because I know having cash, it's irrelevant. Having cash sitting around, it's irrelevant. I've had hundreds sitting around, like it makes you feel. I remember, what's the comedian's name? Golly, what is the comedian's name? What is his name? He just did a special. Comedian. Dave Chappelle. I can't believe I can't remember his name. Dave Chappelle says having money gives you a false sense of security. He was like, but I'd rather have a false sense of security than no sense of security. But anyway, having capital, it's so irrelevant. Now I can say that because it's come and gone. So now I know I need to make that capital go work for me, paying down debt and buying equity. Paying down debt, buying equity. That's my main two things. You want to buy equity because it's going to give you a better net worth. Roundup, that's all I got. Thanks for listening to my crazy rant. I did not mean to come off like I'm upset tonight. But let's do some Q&A. Don't forget to subscribe. Take a second to subscribe to your boy's channel. If you got the Q&A, I love Q&A is my favorite time of the day. I mean, I could literally do Q&A all day. Round up. Like the content. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you've appreciated my 20-minute keynote I had for you tonight. I'm looking through, I'm listening like, man. Yeah, lobbyists doing their job. They're trying to get the Airbnb guy. They're trying to get us kicked out. D. Howard, you sent me an email from Milwaukee. Okay, I'll check into that. I'll check that in the morning. I probably won't be able to do that. Airbnb regulations coming here to Atlanta. You're right. Oh my goodness, yeah. Brown Newtopia. You know they're coming, bro. Hey Paris, what up, dog? What up? Oh, Bill. Jamon, they started doing Airbnb regulations in Nashville too in 2004. Wow. Of course, they can't let the little guy make the money. You know what? I forgot to tell you. Don't forget, guys. Get registered. Let me put it in the video description. Get registered for this weekend. Oh yeah, this weekend we got leGrand is coming to Hampton Roads. I'll put that link in the video description. Let me put that in for you right now. Let me do that. Let me put that in for you. He's coming to town, Papa, coming to town. If you don't have your tickets, I think it's like he's giving my round-uppers a $20 discount this weekend, guys. Ron leGrand. Sorry about that. I should have put that in before I went live. Coming to Virginia Beach. In your seat below. All right, I'll put that in the video description, and then I'll put for the summit. Register for Ron Summit. The discount ends this Friday. $250. Great American Real Estate Summit below. Register for the Virginia Beach Fast Track to Wealth. All right, yes. And then the Real Estate Summit in Las Vegas will be, I think it's March 30th. Oh my goodness, Ron's Great American Real Estate Summit. Here we go. In Vegas. Here we go. All right, I'll put those links in there. I completely forgot to put them in there. Oh well. Yeah, they want to make it so hard. Oh, that is very maddening. You're right. Black people, Jared lives by. What up? Oh yeah, Portugal. Taxes is high. Not even worth it. But yeah, Chris, if hotels were getting a piece of the pie, it wouldn't be an issue. As long as they're getting fascism, you're right. Good evening, Roundup. Good evening. I love the way you're right. Hey, brother Bill, what up, dog? What up? What up? Wow, economic redlining. I never even thought about that. Jay, some reason they're banning them throughout other cities too. Hotels losing massive revenue. That's not my problem. Robel, I know I'm lovingly I'm saying that's not my problem. Here's the thing. No one cares if Chris Haskins doesn't get his rent. You know, it's not anyone's problem but mine. But I'm responsible though. It's my deal. It's my obligation to get out there and verify that my business is working. You know, I don't go and complain to my tenant's employer, right? I'm not going to be like, well, why did you fire them? Or why did you cut their hours? It's not their issue. It's just not right. Not right. Maria, hey Maria, not just real estate. I made the mistake of openly talking about my financial achievements. I got an email saying that my hours are being cut back. Oh my goodness, God. Oh my Lord, have mercy. You can't have what we have. I'm telling you. I don't get it. State law, uniform law commission, that's something. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Statutory law. Hey, New Zealand in the building. What up? What up? What up? Yeah. You know what's weird? Let me tell you about behind the lens. We can master our finances, but what about collective finances? What really, really took me up was having collective finance and pooling money together from several people. So we might have 50,000 for this person, 80,000, 100,000, putting it together. I'm telling you, that's where you're talking about blowing up. You can do several houses and bigger projects like that too. But it is a skill. I don't recommend everybody to do that. Not saying that I'm special. I just had been doing it for years before I started. I have been using banks. Then I started using just private people. Trucking, pressure busted pipes. Trucking has, as an owner operator, has definitely changed since he started. I'd like to hear more about that too. Raphael, if you come to Europe and the Socialism Cancer Society, you will have a heart attack. They'll have law. They'll have laws that are just to stop you to make money. Wow, I bet that's something. Real estate is an all time. Real estate is at its all time here. I bet New Zealand. I bet it's something over there. Then Airbnb shouldn't be banned for anyone. Like it was just said, if hotels got a piece, nothing will be said. That's true. It's truly your property. You should be able to do as you wish. I agree. Prices are high. Birch, what up? After they create forced depreciation, that's exactly what they do. They buy it and create forced appreciation. When you control it, you're right. That's what I was getting to that, Chris. So I wanted to say, in this new technological advancements that we're going through now, where we're going to be buying houses, I promise you, we're going to be buying houses. Zillow has a lending department. Zillow has a buying department. Zillow will list your house. They will list. I mean, they're going to own. You cannot. My mentor Dan Kennedy used to say, he says, you can't out Amazon. Zillow's the same thing. They're the Amazon for real estate. Everything's happening on Zillow. Soon the homeowner will just be able to put their address up. They're going to get 4 or 5 offers in the mail. They're selling houses now by taking pictures of the rooms. So the real estate world is changing. And once again, I got to keep pushing it on you. Real estate gurus don't only do real estate. I just want you to realize that, yes, I do real estate a lot, but I also do internet business too. Internet business roundup. You like that name? All right. Good Lord. I guess we'll be naming him Princeton. Is that a platinum record? Let's hear those pipes. Oh yeah, I was a producer. I got this one too. I got my other one over here. This is back when I was working 702. They went, was that a platinum too? This is 1 million records. I gotta find my Dave Hollister. I'm gonna put these up. I'm gonna open up my shell. Who asked me that? Mark. I'm gonna open up my shell. This was a 702 one. Back, man, I didn't want my daughters to know that I was drinking and drugging and sexing and traveling, but the more I talk about it, I'm like, that's who I was. I did it. I gotta own it. I got to own it. My daughters are like, Daddy, what did you used to do? Why do you always buy houses? I'm like, no, Daddy used to be real destructive, man. Real destructive. I'm not proud of it. I'm just nothing. The music industry is 90% business, 10% music. And if you want to see my little past, I did a video on my channel. Just go to type in music business on my channel. So grimy. Oh my Lord. And then everybody's sexing everybody. And then people of the same sex doing this craziness. They were locking you out if you didn't roll the way a certain alternative lifestyle, so to speak. If you didn't roll that way, then you might not get a song on the album, and just wasn't my thing. I just had to get out of that thing. I didn't sing. I was in the behind the scenes, my brother. Why was Airbnb banned in Hampton? Joseph, it wasn't banned in Hampton yet. But I don't know. I'm going to do some more research, and I will do a video on that as I continually doing my research. I got a call. I just found this out yesterday. Going to work. Hey, Mark, I want to ask you a question. Yeah, hit it. Well, what's your question, bro? Tow operator. That's right. Gone. Tow operators. What? Oh, yeah, I was going to go over that. Human jobs gone. Bridge tow collector. What's weird? I was in Paris back in 2012. They had those kiosks where you could come in and type your order in. Now they got them here in the States. Cashiers, they're coming for you. Cashiers, And just imagine when we can order right now. What am I doing when I go to Chick-fil-A? Hit the button. I pull up. I walk in, get my food. Why wouldn't Chick-fil-A just have a kitchen? If I was Chick-fil-A, I would just have a kitchen where, listen, you can't even order here. You have to make your order before you even get here. Could you imagine? For me, I'm trying to be, as I was a time traveler with this real estate thing, right? I just want to be a time traveler with business and entrepreneurship. I can see it, guys. You can order your food. My wife, we don't even go to the store. She orders the food. We pull up to the store. They bring it out. Soon they're just going to have manufacturing plants where here's my list. Let's go pick it up. I mean, isn't out of the realm of possibility that could happen? And then what's going to happen to the people that are in there stocking shelves? All done by robots. Roundup, it's coming. It's coming, and it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I have seen technology go from a beeper. Well, let's rewind. Remember the beeper? Then we had those big old cell phones. Anyway, you get for my millennials that don't know what a beeper is. It's like a box. Well, just imagine a little box you carry around, and you could, from a home phone, you could dial in and almost send a text message with a number. And then I would have to go to a payphone and call that phone. It was nasty. So we went from beepers to big old huge cell phones down to this. I mean, it is so cool being able to actually live the greatest moment in the history of man. Isn't it cool living it? When you think about it, I think it's cool. Bill Gates successful because he's an expert in IRS code. Might be, yeah, IRS. I wonder which ultimate bargains. I wonder which hotels are the Airbnb politicians to ban Airbnb. Oh, I wonder which hotels are bribing the politicians. That's a good question. Ultimate bargains. I bet you got a lot of this going on out there in Vegas. I mean, because it's so much of a tourist town, no doubt. They want to make sure they get all of it, right? They want to get all of it. Danny, you're right. Mark Jones, can you refinance a house you purchased through a land trust? And whose name would be on the trustee, or whose name would it be in? Mark, so don't forget, my friend. Where's my water? I'm getting tongue twisted. Oh, another job here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Another job disappeared. Did you know when you used to get your subway tickets, there used to be a person there? Now they got the kiosk. All you do is put your credit card in and you get a card. You don't even get a token anymore. Yeah, that was something. That was gone. And then don't forget factory workers, poor factory workers. I mean, we don't even have factories. Not a lot. The biggest employer in the United States is the government. I mean, they're the ones that are most dirty. Okay, refinance a house through a trust. Yes. However, when you refinance it, like what my banker does, he's a local banker. He allows me to sign personally for the debt, but keep the property in a trust. Let me repeat that. The title is in the trust, but I'm putting a personal guarantee on that loan. I'm not happy about it because I don't want to personally guarantee that, but I do have a few loans still left that I am vigilantly paying off, right? So you will have to sign a personal guarantee. And the name, whose name would it be in? It will be your personal, whoever the beneficiary is. Houses for sale. Oh, what up, Tennessee? Y'all make sure. Listen, I put the link, $250 to Friday to come hang out with me in leGrand. I'm like in Vegas. I'm just honored to be in the same sentence as the man, the master. Okay, so Chris, Airbnb banned in Arlington, Texas. I knew it. I knew a junk was coming. That's right, another one. Blockbuster gone. Blockbuster gone. Hey, that's a beautiful picture. Hey, Nina, what up? What up? Oh man, that Bitcoin. You don't want Bitcoin. You know what's crazy, Raphael? You know I love you, but it doesn't matter what we want, right? I hate cell phones. I don't want it. I don't want people to bother me. I want to enjoy my life without having to worry about a phone call. But it doesn't matter what I want. It only matters what the market wants. Joshua, I've been saying that for years. Which part you saying about the government? 100% untraceable. Monero, you talking Chinese now. Oh, crypto. You've been saying crypto. Real estate is prime for crypto. You're right. Real estate investors, we're not immune to this technology. It's coming. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go to somebody's house. Boop, we're gonna bounce phones. Man, it's coming. Proppy coin. What is that? What's proppy? I don't know what that is. Oh Lord. Enjoyable home buying anywhere around the world. Yeah, there it is. Proppy coin. I knew it was coming. I'm just a messenger. As I travel and I meet people, I'm just a messenger, y'all. I'm meeting people. Matter of fact, I met a guy last year. He was selling a course how to deal with all this Bitcoin stuff because he thought that Google, Facebook, and Amazon were going to have their own money. Then it's almost like it's here, right? Credits. Distributed ledgers, prime. Decentralization. That's right. Is the future. You're absolutely right. I got a lot of learning to do. You're right, Greens. I don't know what your deal is, but you might. I mean, I don't know. It all depends. I know I do. There's so many scams around Bitcoin. That is true. Stephanie, hey, what's going on? Rebel, Warren Buffett says years ago, we're moving towards a market based in an economy where the ones with the most demanded skill set are rising to the top, and the ones with the limited skill sets are going to the bottom, being left out. You're right. I'm losing to the dog coin right now. Make your money make friends. That's right. Make your money go out. Got to make what's Lonnie Scruggs used to say, Chris, your money is nothing but an employee. They work for you. Send it out there to go in the market. And matter of fact, don't even come back till you got some friends. Behind the lens, Chris, do you have a community board or a business improvement district by you? Maybe getting to them could help sustain property. Yeah, I need to do my part and use my platform to bring awareness to this stuff. And that's one of the things that I will be doing for 2020. Behind the lens. Good point. What state are you in, by the way? Theodore, what up, Theo? Theodore, what's good? What's good? Craig. Kristen says she could see both sides of the coin. I can too, but I'm like, it ain't my fault that entrepreneurs are hustling. Rick, what's good? Rick, what the deal? Homie, how you doing? Peer platform. That's right, peer-to-peer platform. Paris, listen to yourself. Minister, that's right. Thank you, Paris. What up? Kicker of Zillow. He's the kicker of Zillow. They aren't offering full price, and they're only buying certain type of homes. Yeah, Jamal. Now, and even who knows? Here's the thing with Zillow, they don't have to buy it. They can just get the contract. Then they can just shop the contract. They can be wholesalers just like we can be. But I promise you, they got bigger pockets than we have. Red Sox. I own rental, yet many residents don't want Airbnb in their complexes and neighborhoods. That is true. Yeah, G-Day. In my opinion, banning the Airbnb by the government is trying to just protect jobs for hotel employees. But we all know the truth. I don't know. Well, yeah, that's a good point of view. I would think it will be worried about the owners of the hotels. Pressure bust pipes. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. What business would you start on the internet? What business would I start? If here's the thing. I never forget Ron leGrand. I took a course from him back in 2009. I've been studying the internet marketing since 2009, really. And he used to say, I'm going to tell you the fastest way to make money online. Sell somebody else's product. Just sell somebody. You don't even have to own a product. My YouTube channel, I haven't put not one, well now, up until now, we didn't spend not $1 in advertising. So I've got a system that I'm going to be teaching how to build your YouTube channel. And there's no reason, I want you to think small. I just want you to make another $1,000 a month. That's all. If you can do 1,000, you can do 10. If you can do 10, you can do 15, because all you're going to do is scale what you're doing. I'm right about the internet. There's no ceiling. Princeton. Y'all like that one? Y'all killing me. That's my daughter. She thought of that one. The Cash Couch. Jaman ruined his cousin that worked personal security hired us. Ultimate, has anybody tried working Uber Eats? I'm gonna tell you, I drove for Uber for like 2 weeks. I'm like, man, this ain't for me. I did it really just to kind of see what it was about, maybe back in 2015. I'm like, you know what? This ain't for your boy. This ain't for me. But it was a good way to meet people. And if you're young and single, man, you can get you a date real quick doing Uber. You can get a date real quick. Because People getting up in the joint all messed, all drunk. And if you have an Airbnb, Raphael, what will you do with that? Will it ban? Will I just make it normal rent? I haven't thought that far, Raphael, but I guess I'll have to go back to my lease options, right? Man, it makes my stomach curl when I think about it. I gotta shut down my Airbnb. Round up. If you're just joining us, I'm doing a rant slash keynote about technology, artificial intelligence, and them banning Airbnb in my town. Rewind it if you want to see the whole thing. But the link in the video description is the 2 links for my discount for the leGrand Real Estate Summit in Vegas. And this weekend, he's going to be in Virginia Beach. So come hang out with me and Ron. I'll be there. I got my wife coming, y'all. Can y'all believe it? My wife's coming to a real estate. Last time we went to a real estate training together was when I met my wife. We actually met at we met at a thing called TRIG, the Tidewater Real Estate Investors Group. That's why I love real estate. Brought me a wife. Real estate got me my family. I can't hate real estate. Craig McDonald, how do you convert from commercial to residential property? From commercial, I have never done commercial other than duplexes. I've never done any commercial. I'm so sorry, Craig. Sorry about that. How do you convert from commercial? If you're asking about the tactics, I've never done that. But if you're talking about a building, you have to change the zoning. And it's going to be challenging to go from commercial to residential because of the location. But it can be done. Can be done. Zoning. Yeah, Walmart has a machine. That's right. You should read a book. I'm reading a book now called The Walmart Effect. The Walmart Effect. It's an unbelievable book talking about how no one can talk about. You never hear people talking about Walmart. The insiders. You never hear them this out there talking about it. Walmart distribute. Hey Cal. Walmart distribution has robots taking things off the truck. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Hey, I see you. Hey, what up? 808. Mexico is great for Airbnb. It might be. Everything's rigged. With 2-way pagers. Oh yeah, 2-way pagers. I forgot about those. Motorola 2-way page me. The Silver Jewel Hotel is totally responsible for this. Not sure why they don't just collect an extra tax. But it ain't right, man. It ain't right. I stand with Chris. Praise God. What up, my boy Perk? No, they just banned the cashless machines for all restaurants in New York City. Just banned. Airbnb is tough in Colorado. More municipalities are banning Airbnb. Okay, for the nonsense reasons here. Hotel lobby suppression. That's right. That's a good way to put it. Hotel lobby suppression. What's the difference of return from Airbnb to the normal rents? Normal rents are a lot lower. Like we've got a 2-bedroom. I only have one, but it brings in anywhere from $1,800 to $3,000. So a 2-bedroom would only bring in $800 in my town. Then banks, another one behind the lens. Technology, people banking online, right? No more tellers. I know the banks around here in my town, no more drive-throughs. You don't even have a drive-through anymore. Crazy. Roundup. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Craig, how do you convert from commercial? Yeah, I don't know. I've never done commercial. Okay, Craig, I can't answer that one. I'm sorry. The biggest threat to many jobs is robotic technology. Yep. AI. Self-checkout. There you go. I don't use self-checkout. Why not, Danny? Danny, it doesn't matter that you don't like it. I'm the same way. I'm a technology hater. I hate it. Even if I have to wait. Not me. My wife has got me when I go to Chick-fil-A. I order as we're driving to Chick-fil-A, Danny. I order the meal. When I pull up, hit a button. I walk in. And guess what? When I walk in, Danny, why is it 20 people in line? They're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm walking in. Chris, that's my order right there. Thank you. May I have some ketchup, please? Thank you. Please. I'm in and out. People standing in line. They're looking at me. I'm like, I tell them, people in line, I'm like, guys, you can order your food on the phone. Stop waiting in line. I tell those people when I'm in Chick-fil-A. That's where it's going. Chick-fil-A, I see the future for them just having a kitchen. Having a little kitchen where you just walk up to the window. Matter of fact, in Lynchburg, where I'm from, they have Chick-fil-A's with no eating area. You just go up and you can order at a window. 20 people in there making chicken. 20 people. This is a trick that I don't go to the store to buy. I used to be like that, but you can't, man. Technology is just this huge steamroller. If you could just imagine the steamroller with those big wheels. It's coming. It's coming. Commercial blanket for 5 parcels. I'm looking for some land too, Roundup. It's in Virginia area. I'm looking for land. Jamon, do you think they're viewing Airbnb like college party frat houses? No, I think the hotels are nervous. The hotels just don't want to share. They don't want to share. This is one thing that will never change: food, water, and shelter. That's right. Most Airbnb are not party animals. I agree with that. I have never had a problem, other than maybe 1 or 2 out of 80 guests we've had. Boxing Pro. Hey, what up, Chris? Do you own property in Virginia Beach for Section 8? I do not. The next question is, which city is better, Virginia Beach or Hampton? I'm going to lean towards Hampton. Let me tell you, I've had Section 8 in Newport News, Hampton, Norfolk, Portsmouth, and Chesapeake, right? Those 5. The best one, the absolute best one was Hampton. Those ladies over there know how to do this business. Man, they are just on the ball. My favorite, and I'll stand by this. Who asked that? Boxing Pro. My favorite section, well, let's call it the Housing and Redevelopment Authority, is going to be Hampton. Man, I love those ladies. Matter of fact, I owe them a lunch. I was supposed to take them lunch for Christmas, but I owe them a lunch. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Behind the Lens, and you're in New York City. Oh, okay, you got family in Richmond. Come on down. Come on see Ron this weekend. Bob, or come see Ron at the summit. Bob Rivas. Buying new construction primary residence in Maryland. Okay. The county required a signed affidavit that I can never use basement as an Airbnb because it has a wet bar and outside access. Oh, in Jesus. God. What is wrong with these fools? Good gracious. Bob, you hurting. You making my stomach hurt right now. That's sad. You probably had to sign it when you got your CO. There's no way around it. Can't do it. Population collapse by 2050. I believe that. Craig, how many Airbnbs do you? Oh, I only have 1. I got 1. I'm looking now, but I'm nervous. Now I'm like, Paris. Thank you, my dog. I'm working for you. I'm working for you. I'm honored, man. Thank you, brother. That's so cool. Thank you for your love offering, brother Paris. I'm in Maryland. Gotta go. Okay, see you later, my friend, Ultimate Barkers. I better see you at the summit. You better not rant. Oh yeah, what is it? My rant keynote roundup town hall meeting. I might have to try that one. That's a cool one. Roundup. Make sure you get registered in the video description below for leGrand coming February 1st to Virginia Beach, and for the summit. My discount, he's giving me a 75% discount for my rounduppers that will end Friday for the Great American Real Estate Summit, and that's in the video description as well. That discount is going to end Friday. It's over. You're going to spend $1,000. All right. Technically not that's all that serious. I don't know what that one is. Can you make house hacking? I did. Raphael, I started out house hacking. Nobody called it that. It wasn't sexy when I started. I just bought a townhouse, and then I had mad friends, and everybody needed a place to stay. So I charged $400 a room for them to stay with me. I would do that. If I was younger, I would do that. I bought properties, rented out the rooms, moved to the next place. Do I have a university or college near there? Yes. Hampton University. Nah, I don't rent out rooms for that, but you could. You could do that. Derek, when you started out, were you fearless? Was I fearless? I think I'm more. Or did it take you a while to get over the fear of the unknown? Here's the thing, Derek. When I started out in real estate, don't forget, I'm a musician at heart. That's why I love my musicians. I love you guys. The discipline it takes, the time you have to put in, the sweat, the way you have to learn new rhythms. I love musicians, you guys. I mean, I know most guys are sports guys, right? Is this thing right? Most of my men, I ain't mad at y'all, got that testosterone, the sports guys, but I'm a musician guy. I never was really big in sports growing up. I was a trumpet guy, right? I played the trumpet, band nerd, band captain. Golly, they used to just tease me. Look at me now. Let me, I don't digress on that, but here's the thing: when you're a musician, you have to be willing to screw up. So for me, it was like just transitioning from being a producer. I was a producer engineer, working 15-hour days. When I moved from music to real estate, it was like a break. Like, man, I don't have to work till 2 in the morning. I can actually get up and work during the day. And I don't know, I like this. Real estate is a lot. I think real estate was easier than trying to be in the music business. Was I fearless? I just didn't have anything else to fall. I couldn't keep a job. I told you I was fired 7 times. I tried to work for people, but I just couldn't find a job that wanted to pay me enough money that I thought I was worth. And then when you're working for people, it's like you're working for people that are less qualified to be your boss than you are. I'm like, how you gonna tell me what to do? I got the track record. So fearless, I don't want to necessarily say I was fearless, but I had nothing to lose. We had got a publishing deal. Me and Jay praised all this money. The first check, 200,000, went broke. So I'm like, I got nothing to lose. I have to try something. I didn't have anything. So I don't think it was necessarily fearless. I didn't have anything else to lose. It seemed like fear keeps people from making that leap. That is true. That's true. Talax, would you be able to rent it out to traveling nurses? I think yes, absolutely. That's a good one. Matter of fact, I highly recommend that. That's a longer that's a longer lease, more money, but not short enough to be considered a short-term rental. Absolutely. That's what I was going to recommend. I'm glad you brought that up, Talix. Rick, how can I find out my options for refinancing a residential rental property outside of standard 75% loans are offering? That's about what it's going to be. If you have a rental property, it's going to be 75%. That's it, bro. Radio Shack, gone. You're right. Look at that. Toys R Us, Radio Shack. What's the other one? Payless. How many people's jobs just getting whacked? I don't use self-checkout or kiosk. I used to be like that too. Should I use them now? Craig, why don't you answer them? What message do I don't know how to do commercial, dog. I never did commercial. Craig. Oh, how many Airbnbs? I have one. I'm sorry, I got one, brother. I'm sorry, don't scream at me, don't know. I felt like you screaming at me. I did answer that. I do have one, my friend. I only have one. I'm not against technology. I'm against the scam. That is true. MLM. Thank you. Boxing Pro, you're welcome. Oh, my boy Justin. What up, Jay? What up, Justin? I may have missed it, but what's the platinum record? I got both. I'm bringing them out now. Bring them out and bringing them out. You guys are killing me. This is what my boy Jay prays. What up, Jay? So this was the 8 Mile with the Wangster back in the day, messing with Jay. I'll never forget. We first heard that jam on, I think it was on a DJ Clue mixtape. Where's it at? This one, then I got my 702 over here. I do have I got a Dave Hollister too. I'm gonna put them up. Justin, if you did miss it, oh shit, sorry. So this is the 702 and 1 million. The song was You Just Never Know on this one. My Dave Hollister, Come Inside My Room with John, R.I.P. R.I.P. John Mitchell. God, John just talented and he had a stroke, died at 28. I don't glorify this stuff, Justin, because it's an old part of my life that I don't really want my daughters to know I was doing. It was just destructive, as opposed to real estate and entrepreneurship is constructive, right? As opposed to music industry, destructive. D. Johns, would you ever invest back in music? Only way I'm doing music right now is if it is constructive and if the music is not all about degrading people. All right, I will be willing to do that. I love some Beyonce stuff. My wife loves her. And only if they're willing to do internet. I have to be right now. I consider myself an owner. So no more record deal. I am the label, right? The internet is publishing. We get paid for every view, right? Every view we get a check. Danny, I went to a restaurant. They wanted me to order on the machine. Oh, that person, you might have to go elsewhere. That's crazy. Danny, you might have to go. You might have to eat at home like me. Boxing Pro. I have a Section 8 in my. I have Section 8, and I have put in my transfer to Hampton. Okay, your response was Hampton is the best, not the better, the best. My next question is, which is a better place to live? Definitely do not come to Hampton. I'm leaving Hampton my daggone self. I'm moving to Suffolk or Chesapeake. I'm gone. I wish they had real estate investors like me in Europe. What's wrong with Europe? I'd probably go to the beach. Airbnb is great in Chicago. Good for you. Good for you. Let's see. Knee Huff, looking to purchase housing around a community college. I'm not. Nice location. What's your thoughts on house hacking? 3 bed, 2 bed. Yeah, the only thing about house hacking, if you don't live in it, it's just management intensive. That's all. You're going to be dealing with a lot of coming and a lot of going, or you're going to have to hire somebody that's going to do it. Jamal. KB, everything is changing. Uber, Lyft, taxis, Airbnb, hotels. That's right. Robots checking out. Trucking. Oh, man. You're absolutely right. AI. I want you to join us in this mobile / internet / hyperspeed technology or technological wave. Join us. Malls will be a thing of the past. Bank tellers gone. You're right. They're gone. They're gone, man. That's right, tellers. Wow, you know that, Jam? That's with a dude named with Jam that did it. Yep. Well, I was engineering in there. Did you see the article where they were converted a shopping mall to livable apartments? I saw that. I'll have to speak on that later once I know more about that, Jamal. I'm huge in Baltimore. Thank God. Ron is not. Ron not people. Thank you. Ron gets certain people. That's true. That is true. He gets a certain following. I ain't starting no record label. Maybe that. Shay, what made you change your life around? Well, if you go to Amazon and download my book, I think it's like $1. I got all this money in the music business, and then I learned that just because you have capital doesn't mean you're always going to have it. And I quickly learned that, man, you got to figure out a way to make that money multiply. Because I got that check. The next thing I know, I was sitting on my boy's couch, broke, $80 in the bank. I'm like, Chris, you a daggone hit producer engineer. Why you broke? Didn't understand how money worked. So I knew that the music business. Let me tell you, Shay. Let me tell you what happened as I was transitioning from music. Rob Osh owned a music studio called Master Sound, which was where Timbaland did all his records. Rob Osh sold Master Sound. Pharrell, I did my internship with Pharrell Williams, right? I'm working on a video of what I learned from Pharrell. So much I learned from this guy. God, layering the drum. I mean, the dude used to have 3 drum kicks on one song. You see the meters. Back then we had mixing console with the meters, right? You see the meters going up. I'm looking at the mixing board like, why do you have 3 meters going at once? This dude used to have 3 drum kicks at once. 2 snares. So he was layering these drums, right? The first thing I learned from Pharrell was layering. That's what I took, layering from the music business over to real estate, layering acquisitions. Layering, you can do a subject to with a wraparound note on a finance. You can buy it, sell it. And we're using several strategies in real estate. We're not buying it in our name, right? We're not using bank qualifying. You can layer some of these strategies in real estate, just like Pharrell was layering the music. So I'm like, man, this is cool. I could take some of those little philosophies, move them over to real estate, right? And create more wealth. And the problem with the music business, you could work. How many records did I engineer with Pharrell? Never saw the light of day. I mean, this dude used to crank out songs. Tammy Lucas was singing these songs too. Tammy Lucas, she sang, if you remember Heavy D, is it good to you? I like it. To you. Tammy Lucas. I'm like, this girl, Tammy Lucas. When I look back, I got to record these people. And Pharrell would be in there coaching them and stuff. And he had a girl coming in. It was beef drama. But back to that. So Pharrell taught me how to do that layering. So I'm like, we can layer that with real estate. All right. Different strategies we can use to buy houses. What got me out of the music business, turned my life around. You can work on an album. Teddy used to buy songs, and I remember he bought a song from my boy Chris. Shelf it. You do the whole song. He spend time. Song beautiful. He put a song on the shelf and never use it. I remember one time my boy Eric, he did I did my internship at Windmark with Pharrell. I think Pharrell actually ended up buying Windmark, turning it into hovercraft. But Eric, my boy Eric, what up out there in San Fran? He was doing his internship with Teddy, and Pharrell stopped by one time, and he said that Teddy told when Pharrell left, he said, Teddy was like, if anybody ever lets that man back in my studio, you are fired. So it was beef between Pharrell and Teddy. Just crazy, man, crazy stuff. But Shay, just destructive lifestyle. I couldn't see. I mean, you can only drink so much. You can only smoke so much. You can only party so much. I mean, so much. It's only so much you can do. You got to instead of being a consumer, I wanted to be a producer, start giving to my community instead of just taking from it. Behind the lens, I have a plaque as well. Oh, cool. It's only gold though, but it's from my childhood friend, Big L. Oh man, Big L. I think he passed away, didn't he? Wow, that's crazy. Big L. Raphael, what do I think about sandwich towels for rental? They listen. I don't know what a sandwich towel is. Robots for surgery. Yeah, crazy robots. Raphael, you're welcome, man. You're welcome, my friend. I'm just blessed. I'm nothing but a conduit. I feel like I got the knowledge from the old white dudes. They passed it on. Now I get to pass it on to you. That's all. That's all different. I'm in healthcare. Informatics. I bet that's cool. It's crazy how technology is completely changing medicine. Layering, Chris, is no different in design and print. We all design and layer, same as video and real estate. Yep, you're right, dude. Layering, but you gotta. For me, I didn't know that you could layer stuff. So right saying all about that. Didn't get my money. Doesn't. Oh, you don't like the kiosks? I love the kiosks. By the way, can you assign a seller finance deal to a tenant buyer? A tenant buyer is not going to be a seller finance, but yeah, if you buy a seller finance, you can assign it to another buyer, but they won't be a tenant buyer. They'll be a real tight buyer. Yeah, that's right, Jamon. Tammy Lucas. That was since Pharrell was working with Teddy, I'm presuming that she came over from working with him working from Teddy to Pharrell. She used to sing. You talking about a girl that could knock it out one take? Unbelievable, man. How can I buy Music Masters? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Jason, what up, Jason? Have you ever done Section 121 exclusion on a property? What is that? I never heard of that before. Never heard of that. Y'all came to Bam Studios. I never went there. Oh, you play piano? Go ahead, man. Sacramento. SWV, yep. That's it. All right, Roundup. Yeah, Pharrell is. I miss working with P. Rounduppers. I love you. My content and my music and my publishing now. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when your boy goes live. My content and my contribution, my production now is all real estate and entrepreneur content. So that's kind of what I want to give back to the music business. So now you don't get plaques, or you can get plaques, but now you get a YouTube plaque, which is worth way more money than one of these joints. I mean, this joint might be worth a couple $100, but this YouTube, man, the money, I promise you, man, the internet dwarfs real estate. There's so much more money because think about it. All day long, you got this economy, right? Here's the United States. I want to keep it small for my people that are not actually ready to think super big as I wasn't at first. Here's the American economy, right? We got trillions of dollars circling around. All you have to do is open up a small gate for some of that money to come to you. and you can close that gate at any time. This money's flowing around America. Just find a way you can open it up. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, and think small. I just want, for real, I wanted to do 100. I'm like, can I do $100 a month? I just want to figure out, God, can you bless me with the knowledge to make $100 extra a month? I wanted to do that. And now it's like, man, wow, sky's the limit. Round up. Thank you for letting me pour into you. I've been ranting, keynoting, round-upping, town halling for an hour. I'll see you guys soon. Get registered. And if you want to support us, our baby registry is at Amazon, Walmart, and Target. I pray to God the baby will stay in. He'll cook until April 28th. Mason, Princeton, we're narrowing it down. We're narrowing it down. If you got any names, put it in the video description. I love you. I'll see you soon. Round up. Peace.